Hey guys, KingBallers06 here and we're back with another video. In this video, I will be showcasing the Bleach thumbnails that I created, which led to the Soifon Speedpaint that you guys should be seeing next week. In this video, I'll discuss my thoughts on making these thumbnails, my overall thoughts on Bleach as a whole, and ideas that I would like to execute this year. I don't think I've mentioned this in any previous video, but I decided to scroll through Bleach and rewatch some segments of some episodes of Bleach, or 100% in certain episodes. Bleach, 1000 Year Blood War sparked this, and hence I made Bleach-themed thumbnails and one Speedpaint in 2022. One of the characters I was thinking about was Shino Madarame, who was introduced in Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. I'm assuming she's somehow related to Ikaku Madarame, the first person in Nisarate that Ichigo fought. I'm assuming the two are brother and sister. Either the two never knew each other and lived in separate parts of the Rukon district, or they don't have a close enough relationship in which Ikaku would mention her at all before 1000 Year Blood War. Speaking of new characters having relations with old characters, Kiryu Hikifune is someone that Shinji apparently knows. Through my scrolling of the Bleach episodes, I learnt again that she was the former captain of Squad 12 before Kisuke, and he already saw her as a mother figure. That explains how Shinji knows who she is. I also learned about the Okanagan, which became a key part in 1000 Year Blood War, so that was a great idea for me to scroll through the episodes once again, because if I didn't, I'd be confused about the Okin. Within these thumbnail images, I just jotted down a variety of different ideas that came to my head. I believe the majority of them involved Ichigo, Soifon, and Shino Madarame. In a separate set of thumbnails, I made a drawing of Ichigo and Renji, but after trying to draw it, I scrapped it, and hence, those set of thumbnails will not be showcased on this channel. If you've ever been on my Discord, Newgrounds, or DeviantArt accounts, you guys know who I drew for my thumbnails and what thumbnail I ended up drawing. I will not spoil it here for those who exclusively watch me on YouTube, but that video will be up next Friday, ideally. As I stated in the last section, I've been going through the episodes of Bleach and Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. I'll first go over my thoughts on Bleach by itself, and then go over my thoughts along with what's been going on with the English dub of 1000 Year Blood War. As I've said multiple times, I prioritize dub over sub. If you want to learn more about my thoughts on that subject, check out the Cute Sexy Robots Art Style Speedpaint video, in which I have a section on that. I'll start out by saying that by far my favorite character is Ichigo Kurosaki. I think I'll save my in-depth thoughts about him for potential video in the future in which I draw Ichigo. I haven't currently planned a drawing, but something may come up. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the Bleach series despite some of the issues that I find with some of the plot points. I'll start with the positive. Actually, I probably won't go over the negative in that section, and I won't go over 1000 Year Blood War either. I realized after writing the script that I didn't include either of those, so keep that in mind. The progression of Ichigo Kurosaki, along with Yasudora Sato, aka Chad, Orihime Inoue, and some of Ichigo's other friends, such as Tatsuki, Keigo, Mizurio, etc., and allies feel natural and relatable. I believe Ichigo to be one of the most relatable characters that I've seen, and the other characters around him, primarily Orihime, Chad, and Uryu, all have their own unique dynamics and stories that add to the story as a whole. During the emotional moments, whether they be sad or happy, I can feel those moments resonate with me, despite them being completely fictional and involving supernatural powers and all sorts of nonsense. And to me, that's part of what makes fiction great. Despite any crazy, unrealistic shenanigans that may appear, a truly good one knows how to incorporate real and genuine values that people can relate to. Along with that is the complexities of the different people that are involved in the different aspects of the plot and how all of that mixes into the actions taken by each character. To give an example of what I mean, due to Aizen experimenting on Shinji Hirako, Hiyori Sarugaki, Hachikunu Shota, Kensei Mugaruma, Lisa Yodomaru, and Mashiro Kuna, Love Aikawa, and Rojiro Otoribashi, aka Rose, that develops into Ichigo contacting them in the future, who call themselves Vizards, in order to learn how to control the hollow that's inside him, which, by the way, was foreshadowed in such an amazing way. And to further expand on the Aizen, one of the best antagonists I've ever seen to date, especially considering that all this time he was only doing all of this just because he needed someone that he could call an equal in battle. He orchestrated the majority of the plot in order to execute his plan. He was always one step ahead of everyone until the final battle with Ichigo. He knew of Gin's betrayal, he knew the Hogyoku was inside of Rukia's Gigai, he figured out how Orihime's powers worked, and he used that to his advantage to force Ichigo to master holification, and much, much more. It doesn't feel forced either. It's not like it's absolutely unreasonable that Aizen was able to achieve all of this. Aizen alone created a lot of different key moments that I believe define the series, but I digress. I don't feel it's necessary to go over every single thing, but it gets even better. I believe the Fullbring arc is the best arc of the series in terms of stuff before 1000 Year Blood War, of course. I will talk more about that in a future video. I believe I mentioned this in the Josuke Yagasuka Speedpaint, but there are quite a few things that I want to do this year. Firstly, I'll go over some things that I've been able to accomplish so far. I've gone into writing and I've written a couple of short stories. I found a website known as Critique Circle where I can submit my stories and get feedback. The site has a unique function: credits. In order to submit a story, you need a certain number of credits. The first story within a week costs 3 credits, then 7 for the second, 11 for the third, and so on. You submit your stories into a queue that lasts 1 week. Every Sunday, the credits need to submit the story reset back and start at 3 once again. To get credits, you have to critique other people's work. That's what I like about the site. It forces users who want to submit their own stories to critique other people. In doing so, you as a writer can learn from the example of those you give feedback to, and some of the people you give feedback to won't be inclined to give it to you as well. As of now, I'm letting my ideas cook in my head, so to speak, and then at some point I'm creating an outline for this story and then write the full story. Eventually, one or more of these stories will become a manga that I will start on Webtoons. I want to get started on creating manga so I can build up experience for Power Surge, which is a series that will surpass the greatest fictional work in existence, One Piece. Secondly, I've gotten some progress on some animation. I'm working on a short segment that will be full body. I will not spoil anything, but just know it will probably be a while until I finish it, as I'm focusing more on my artwork and writing as of right now. As you guys saw, I uploaded a video on Wednesday in which I created a full character sheet from 3 random emojis that I got. In between the standard scripted commentaries that I do here on Fridays, I'll do some extra videos such as art challenges, animations, and more, and upload them throughout future weeks. That way you guys will get more content within a given month, and I'll be challenging myself more as an artist. There is more to come because as I'm making this video, I have finished another set of thumbnail images along with 2 speed paints actually. It was one when I wrote the script, but I actually finished a speed paint as of recording this video. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, check out my Twitter and Discord, both are in the description. If you want to know what I'm currently doing or thinking about, those 2 places are the best places to go. I will see you guys next time.